Olivia, yeah.
Yes, we're so happy to have our guest here, Olivia Smith. This is amazing. Like I say, the virtual world, Tammy and I are meeting her for the first time, but we feel this connection goes way back, huh? Maybe, I don't know, spiritually,
It
we're
does.
connected.
Well, Olivia has so much in common. I guess she feels like a sister because I totally agree with everything. And we even did an article on our website about it, and doing more with Olivia also. But yeah, grounding and earthing and is so important to me. And I know it's important to Olivia. And Olivia, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
First of all, thank you both for having me on today. I'm so grateful and so honored to be here. Um, well, first of all, I work alongside Clint Ober. He is the founder of Earthing. And we met about 11 years ago. I was at a conference, and at that time, I owned a wellness center. He is the founder of Earthing. And he put some patches on me, just like this, on the bottom of my feet. And I did not know what on earth was going on. He asked me to sit down, so I did. And normally I'm not a very good listener. That day I was, and I sat down and he says, "Are you aware your toes are purple and your fingers are purple?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "I just try to shake them out. My circulation obviously was bad, but I was busy being busy." And so he put these patches on the bottom of my feet. And I sat there for about 20 minutes and I stood up and I had felt this tingling going through my legs. And I stood up and my heart just opened up so big. 4 years before this, my father had passed and I was just so shut down. And I basically I woke up and I was like, I took a deep breath and I felt so much love. And that was the beginning of earthing for me. So I took it back to my wellness center, started grounding everybody, doing everything I possibly could because I realized this was the missing link in my wellness center. And that's kind of how it all started out. And I used it in my wellness center for probably 2 years. And then I realized that my mission in life and my purpose was to come and work with Clint and to start working with all these wonderful women that I've been working for or with. As you know, I work with all of them. And it's just been life changing. And the universe kind of just picked me up. I owned this business for 17 years. It kind of picked me up, said, "Okay, lady, you're coming over here."
Love it.
And it's been just a beautiful journey. And I'm so grateful for Clint.
Olivia, I have some comments on this because the world continues progressing and new developments, new technology, and there's so much to be happy about because of the human brain and all that. But some things we have lost, right? Some in that process, some basic things of ancient wisdom have gotten lost. And one example is back in the 90s when I had my first baby, nursing in where I lived in Puerto Rico kind of was like a third world country that people looked down upon.
Mm-hmm.
And and they would even mock me saying, "You're giving that baby skim milk. You're so skinny. You're giving that baby skim milk." And then another baby was around and it was formula fed, which is fine. If that's
Mm-hmm.
your only way to feed a baby, that's fine. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
This baby has so many upper respiratory complications, and my baby being fed with my breast milk was super healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing, like I just watched the movie about shoes, how fancy and the more expensive the shoe, we are so prideful, we collect them. And then Mother Nature just helps us so much with grounding. And I want you to expound on that, like how going back to basics, going back to
Mm-hmm.
earth, is the answer many times.
Mm-hmm. Well, how does earthing work? The earth is like a giant battery and it's free. We all have the opportunity to go outside and take our shoes off and put our bare feet on the earth. And standing in some grass or dirt or on the cement and even moistening the cement a little bit, when you get out there, you have all this overwhelming feeling. And anything, any stress, any pain, anything that you have going on, the earth is able to, you start to drain, it drains out of your body naturally. And when I first started going outside, I had a whole thing about, this is going to sound funny, but I had a whole thing about stepping in grass.
Okay.
It wasn't for me. But when I learned about earthing, and I'd go out and water my roses, and I started watering my feet at the same time and stepping up in the dirt and then stepping in the grass, I realized how I felt so calm.
Mm.
And so because Mother Earth can do this for us, and we can go walk barefoot, we can go and sit outside and just put our feet on the cement and the grass, whatever, drink our coffee, whatever we're doing, and it's free. Why not? Why not go outside for, 30 minutes a day, however much time you have? How I look at this, I go outside, I put my bare feet on the earth, and I look at myself as a battery. And when I'm out there, I automatically start recharging. Now, a lot of people may think green for a battery. I love the color fuchsia. So I see myself as being filled up with this beautiful fuchsia color. And as I'm going through the day, as I go back inside, I realize, because once I put shoes on and I'm indoors, and if I'm not grounded, I realize my battery starts to drop a little bit.
Wow.
And so I'm like, okay, I need to be recharged. So if the weather's, nice and I can go out and recharge, then that's what I do. If not, I do have to use an indoor product, but I do my best to be outside and get everything I can from Mother Earth. And so that's how simple it is. We do have the earthinginstitute.net that has all the science, all the research, and you can go there for anybody that loves to know more about the science. But to describe it the way I just did is so simple, because the earth is the giant battery continually being recharged by the sun. So why not get it for free, ladies?
I am fascinated.
Mhm.
And I also want to give a shout out to lots of people that have joined us on the Facebook group live: Carrie, Ike, Eric, and then let's see who else, Suzanne. You are lovely, you're beautiful. They're telling us that we look beautiful, but I think they look beautiful too, even though we can't see them. But I love their profile pictures. And Ike says that her dog snuggles up ever so tighter when she's plugged in. And I want to ask a little bit more about that. KLS Fuerte is watching, and she's saying inspiring, and KLS has been with us as a guest. She openly talks about her health. KLS, I am so happy you are here, because this is great information for you and your health condition. So this is awesome. Um, everybody's saying hello. So everybody's
Well,
happy
hello.
you're
Yeah,
here.
well, hello back. And Olivia, every time it's like when I watch the movie or when you're talking and stuff, it reminds me of growing up. I mean, I'm the girl that was always outside. I was always called the tomboy because I wanted to be in the mud. I would make mud pies. I was always running through the grass, barefoot, through the fields, whatever. I was always, and to this day, like you said, whenever during spring, summer, and fall, when it's nice and we don't have a foot of snow, I'm outside. And you don't even realize how much it helps you all the time. And in our house, we don't allow shoes. So we're like, take those shoes off. And people, at first it's like, but why? But it's like, but why not? Relax. The shoes have germs on them anyway for me. But, it's kind of like you were talking about, you didn't want to walk in the grass. But it all depends on where you're growing up,
Yeah.
So to me, grass, we have a huge yard. It's more park-like, but it's wonderful just to, like you said, to go and sit and put your feet in water, put your feet in the grass, and it's free.
Yes, free.
So why not do something that helps your body? You know,
So of course you have shared the free option, the free thing that's available, resource that's available for all of us. I don't know if my friend Barbie's watching. She attended our first virtual retreat, and we're having another one coming up soon, the 19th, on the 19th of January. She also has a health condition, and she bore testimony last time about how just making it an intentional goal to get out, because she's kind of homebound and she needs to be inside a lot. She has intentionally determined and set a goal to get out on the sun for 15 minutes. And what
Mhm.
I'm thinking right now is, of course, she thinks, of course, that totally makes sense that she's benefiting from the sun. But I
Yeah,
wonder how much more benefit she can take if she's barefoot, right?
yeah,
If weather allows. But then you have told us about that free resource, but I see you have a patch.
yeah.
So tell us about that. And then the people here are commenting about mats and dogs having laying on mats and things like that. I'm curious and I want to learn.
Okay, so the Mother Earth Effect, this is our beautiful book, and this has 19 stories from 19 courageous women that were willing to tell their stories. And these women in the book use different products for different situations that were going on in their body. For a more acute situation, you would use the patch for instance, one of the young ladies in the book, Jana, she suffered from cirrhosis of the liver. And so the doctors were well, a lot concerned whether she was going to get through this. And she was able to start patching her liver. She put this patch on the area where the liver is. Now, most of the time when you're having upper problems, say your neck, a headache, shoulders, we ask you to put the patches on the palm of your hands. If it's lower, your legs, your lower back, you put them on the bottom of your feet. But if it's an acute situation, like there's Taya who has endometriosis and was having a lot of problems with that. She was putting this more on stomach area where she was having problems with the endometriosis, and she was using more than one. And so that helped her situation. And the doctors had told her she would never be able to have a child. However, she has a little 3-year-old girl, Ember. And so there's so much that when you have an acute situation, the indoor grounding is very important. If you're so lucky not to have anything major going on and you can just go outside for a certain amount of time, that's wonderful too. And stress, Mariel Hemingway works along with us, and stress, we have a pillow. It's a grounded pillow, and you can use it when you go to sleep at night. And I will say this about the bed mat and the pillow. I like it because it's very user friendly. It's not like something else you have to do. You just go to bed and your body's at rest for 8, 9 hours, whatever it is. And so your body is grounding and it's at rest, and it's a great time to ground. So just by people looking at this book, women sharing this book, and the way the book was made, and I have a co-author, Elizabeth, the way we put this book together was so that women could go in this book and find themselves. If they have a situation going on, they can read someone else's story that had that same problem and see what they could do. Now, and if they don't have it, they may have a friend that has something going on. And this promotes a natural, holistic way of helping the body to feel better.
That
And
is
so,
amazing. Nothing better than learning from each other and from learning
yes,
from somebody that's gone through it, right? Whatever it is, their path, their journey,
mhm.
healing journey. I have a lot of comments here. Everybody's so excited. I have Carrie saying that I think she's the one saying that she even does it in the snow. I'm like, oh my goodness, that would be so hard for me. I just came from Utah, cold place. I'm here back to Safety, Texas, where it's a little bit warmer. But it says here, Susan say, I twisted my ankle a few weeks ago and used the patches and band. I also take advantage of the outdoors. In a couple of weeks, I was back to my daily flamingo poses. I am assuming that's a yoga pose. So grateful for Earthing and Clint and Olivia. KLS Fuerte saying sounds like a book I need to read. Of course, please do. And Ike saying I started with foot pain as of recent and think it might be fasciitis. So I have been grounding directly on the foot in addition to my bed sheet. Any other suggestions? She would appreciate it.
I also wanted with Ike, and her dog Jenny is in our first book. And Jenny had aches and pains, and she naturally went to the bed pad on her own. And so when you do have pets, you will find that they want to come in bed with you and they want to snuggle with you, and they enjoy the grounding also. And so we have certain types of mats, like people would buy yoga mats for their bigger dogs if they were having problems, and the dogs would come and lay on the yoga mats. I have a little Yorkie Poo Bodie, and I have the uni mat. And the uni mat is a smaller mat, and it goes actually under your computer when you're working, and your hands are always touching the pad. And she lays on that. But Jenny, when the book came out, she passed. And I was so grateful to have her in our book, because it was such a beautiful story, and I'm so grateful that she was able to make it into our book.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Eric is also saying that everything is so simple and such a healthy habit to develop. That's for sure. For the people that are just joining, this is Olivia. She believes in grounding and earthing. Tammy is excited. She has the mat. So
I do. I have the mattress pad that Olivia sent me, and it is wonderful because this time of year is actually the hardest time of year for me. And I after watching the movie and stuff with Olivia, because I always assumed it was more of the air pressures, but I believe it's because I can't go outside and go barefoot because of all the snow and it's so cold. I mean, I still go outside, but I'm not barefoot though this time of year. Even though I walk barefoot all around the house and outside on the deck and everything, but the grounding mattress has helped me so much. So I'm able to sleep now again. You know, sure, I wake up. But I think it was because my cat was laying on my arm, because I fell. It was like a few weeks ago. I tripped and fell, and I looked down at my hand, and my hand was just black and blue. It was already starting. And I was like, oh crud, did I break it? And I put ice on it, but I went and put it on the mat. And, you know, it still is not 100%, but that it's like immediately took away that bruising and stuff. It was amazing. And like Olivia said, when I put the pads on my hands or on my feet, I can just feel the vibration going in and taking like relaxing. Because the one thing I have a problem with is and a lot of people don't realize is you'll start tensing up when you're in pain.
Yeah.
And so your muscles will tense, and it's like the grounding stuff, it makes you to relax. It helps to relax those muscles. It's kind of like when you go outside, you start becoming relaxed and not stressed. So I have seen a huge difference. So I appreciate it and would highly recommend it for anybody. So like Olivia said, you don't think about it when you just go get in bed. So
I would like to mention that lately I've had a few family members and friends that have been dealing with grief. And because it is so calming and it helps to drain the stress out. And a friend of mine wasn't being able to sleep, and she lost her son, and she was having such a hard time. And she started using the bed mat and the pillow cover, and it just was life-changing for her. And granted, her heart is broken.
Yeah.
However, it helps to ease the grief. It helps with the sorrow. It doesn't take it away.
Yeah.
But it helps you to be able to sleep and relax a little bit. And I just want to say that I'm so grateful for that, because so many people do lose loved ones and a pet, when you lose a pet. And it's so nice to be able to be grounded and have a little bit of the stress relieved from losing a loved one in your life.
Olivia, that is so true. We can't think of our body as different things. It's all in one. There's all these different
Yeah.
aspects to our body, emotions, the
Mhm.
spirit, the physical, the everything. So that makes so much sense when you're saying that, because yes, the grief, the sadness, she's still
Mhm.
gonna miss him, the pain is there. But adding that to inflammation, add that to, not being able to physically relax because of all that, adding that to your lifestyle and habits, oh my goodness, what a lifesaver, because then now she has more quality of life. I want to share, because we are in a community of people that are so giving and so compassionate. I want to share a comment that it is so impactful to me and impressive. There's Carrie Suvari. Do you, I don't know Carrie, so
Yeah,
I
I do.
well, she says it sounds like she's a hairdresser or hair expert, right? And
Yeah.
she said that she started grounding her clients. So she's not only giving beauty,
Yeah.
she is complementing it with a grounding experience too. She says, I started grounding my clients while they're getting their hair colored with the patches on their feet. They can receive the benefits while they process and they enjoy it. They can really feel the difference in the blood flow. So she's double whammying there. It's
Mhm.
like beauty for the body and the hair and aesthetics, and then beauty and relaxation for the soul. That's beautiful. Carrie, congratulations. Ike said, what a brilliant idea, and I agree. Amazing.
Mhm.
Thanks for sharing, Carrie.
Yeah, that is a great idea.
Um, like I said, before I started working with Clint full time, I owned a wellness center, and we used to do chelation. And we had these zero gravity chairs in the chelation room. And so what I started doing was I grounded all these different chairs. And so when they come in and receive their treatments, they were all grounded, and the process seemed to be going with so much ease. However, they started telling me that they would crave to come back to the wellness center. They had a craving that they couldn't understand. And I knew what it was. When they were coming in, they were receiving the benefits from Mother Earth. And so they were wanting to come back and receive more of it. And at that time, I had just started getting into the earthing and the grounding, and I would actually play the movie while I played the Down to Earth movie, which was 15 minutes. And so they were having this experience along with their treatment. And so it's a great idea. And that's part of the reason for this book. Professionals that have holistic centers or whatever type of centers they may have, having this book sitting around for individuals to be reading while they're waiting or during their treatments is so beneficial, because there's so much learning that they can receive, and they can go outside and get grounded for free.
So, what do you, it kind of amazes me, but I've talked to a lot of people, have mentioned this, that some people never get a chance to even go outside, or they live in towns and they never experience that, and so a lot of our retreats and stuff, we try to encourage people to go out, teach them to notice things that they normally wouldn't. So, kind of like what you and Lori were talking about earlier, where do you recommend, if they live in town, to go? Any recommendations? I mean, I do, but I'm going to let you take the lead on this. So,
Well, I recommend, if they live in town, go to their beach. If there's a beach nearby, go to the park. Most every place has a park, and they can go sit in the park and take their shoes off and just sit there. Some of your writing that you have done on your page is so beautiful and so poetic, the way you put everything together. And if they were to go and just sit there and feel the delight of Mother Earth under their feet, and feel the calmness and all the love that she gives to us unconditionally, and put that into their mindset, and also think about their battery charging back up. Who doesn't want that? Who does not want that? And you can do it in the park. And like I said, if you are if there's cement underneath you and there isn't grass, have a water bottle, wet it a little bit, and just put your feet there. And wear a coat if it's cold.
I am amazed at the cement idea. I would openly, you know, it makes so much sense, like the dirt and grass, but cement.
Yes, asphalt, no for asphalt, but cement, yes. And a lot of us have that in our backyard, or you can walk on a cement sidewalk and, you know, go for a barefoot walk. And yes, the cement does work. Yeah.
So I have a question for you. This might seem weird, but why does it seem like water is even more healing?
Yeah. When we're down by the beach, and when I am at the beach, I walk right at the end where it's nice and moist and the water's tipping to the feet, and all the ions, everything combined with Mother Earth, and it's just all one, and the sun's coming down on us.
The elements, right?
Yes, it's
all the
elements taking care of us, and it's free.
Exactly. And
yes.
and I would suggest put your phone on silent mode, or don't take it with you. Put it in a bag set by, so you can concentrate and just enjoy, like you said, enjoy that sun beaming down on you, or your feet in the sand, you know, or the grass, or wherever you're at. Because if you're constantly looking at your phone, you're really not helping yourself as much as.
I'm constantly looking at my phone right now, looking at the comments, Tammy.
Tammy, this is something that you wrote. Mother Nature, in her boundless wisdom and endless offering, has long been a sanctuary for our souls seeking solace and healing from the mind to the body. She gently caresses every fiber of our being. She gently and offering a refuge where we can retrieve, rejuvenate, and relish in her silence. Your writing and in the way you speak about her, it just fills my heart with so much love.
That's Tammy.
Thank you. So, as you know, I mean, we were talking because my husband and I rewatched the Earthing movie the other day. And we were talking because we had lived in the city for 13 years, you know, doing property management school and fashion and all that. But our goal was to come here. And where we live out in the forest on top of a mountain, you know, 10 acres, but there's just so relaxing. And when people even come here, they never want to leave. You know, there's like, they might come just for a lunch and they'll be here till midnight, or say, oh, we're gonna only stay a day or two, and it might be 2 weeks later.
I'm coming over.
Me too.
But we tried it, you know, we designed our yard with the water features and ponds and lakes. It's also like a park-like setting with the gardens, but my indoors is also, I bring well, you can see my relief work behind me. I try to bring the outdoors in, just because I love our Mother Earth. I love nature, you know, nothing upsets me more than when people are, I mean, we do cut trees down for firewood and occasionally and stuff, or they're dead, but otherwise, you know, it's like, don't understand when people clear cut and do things like that. But that's a different subject. But anyway, I love being able to go outside, and I love having areas where people can come and relax and feel at home. And a lot of times people don't know how to even do that on the inside of their houses to make it homey, you know. And I'm so happy that you joined Clint on this adventure, and I love working with you on it. Just because it brings that earthing inside, as well as letting people know it's free to go outside and enjoy it.
Yes. I have a comment here. Brisa Alfaro says that she lives in New York City, and naturally grounding was almost never happen, and she's so grateful for the earthing technology. And I see also, so welcome, Brisa. I'm happy you're here. And
Oh,
Susan said that she's grateful she has tile flooring. So will that be equivalent to cement or concrete?
there's different tiles, yes, that go
Okay.
along, and so you can walk barefoot on them, and you'll receive the benefits of earthing, grounding, and yes, so it just depends on the different tiles. And we have been able to ground some, like there's a cancer, I don't want to call it a hospital because it's a place in Scottsdale, Arizona, and her name is Varshali, and she opened the center and she does do treatments there. However, she had us come in and ground 2 rooms for her with a hardwood floor, but with the grounding process. And in those 2 rooms, her clients, one of them is for meditation and one of them is for grounded yoga. And so when her clients go and receive treatments there, it's not about just going in chemo and radiation, whatever they need to have done. And she's also has a tea room that she put together for them, which is so beautiful. So they can go in and have meditation, they can go in and do grounded yoga, and they can have tea. So when they're having this day when they need to go and have treatment done, it's not just about the chemo. And so we have done some indoor flooring for different individuals.
So how exactly, because I mean, I have hardwood, I have slate, I have all natural stone in my house.
Mhm.
So how do you do it so it's grounded like that? I guess I had never heard of that part before.
It's a process. We have the capability of doing it, and so if anybody's interested, they can go ahead and contact us, and I can talk to you a little bit about it. I do retreats out in Oak Island with Alice, and she's having a second home built out there for the retreats, and so that particular home will be fully grounded. So when the clients come to that home, it will be, the house isn't built yet, so it will be done ahead of time. And that's how it was for Vashali. Her floors hadn't been put in yet, and so we were able to help her with putting them in. And at that time, we were working a lot with Deepak Chopra because we would go into Deepak Chopra's conferences, and he would have 800 to 900 women at a time come, and we would ground the conference room. So when the women came in, they would be grounded. They would announce that they could take their shoes off and that they could put their feet on the floor and they would be grounded. And it was such a calming sense for them, because when women do, or whoever goes to a retreat and it's the first time meditating or whatever's going on, a lot of stuff can come up and can cause, I won't say chaos, but can cause a lot to happen. And so us coming in and doing this grounding helped to calm. They notice a difference in their clients, in the calmness as they're transitioning into this new world that they're going into.
So that's
fascinating.
Yeah, I'm fascinated with that. So that's cool.
Well,
Yes.
time goes by super fast when we're having fun and learning and building relationships and connecting, and here with an amazing group of people that obviously you're fans already, Olivia. And we are just happy to have had you. Your book, that book, it's just great. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna buy it. And where is it available? And
It's on Amazon.com, but also anybody can go to the Mother Earth Effect if they're interested in indoor products and use the coupon code TMEE and receive 10% off their products. And when they use the Mother Earth Effect link, we do donate to any women that at any time cannot purchase products for whatever reason. And so we do donate. And if somebody has somebody that is needing a product, and they can go ahead and reach out to me, and I will be happy to help them with a product that can help them to feel better. The stories in the book are just, I'm so grateful for them, and I'm so grateful for all the women that participated with Elizabeth and myself. And we are working on a second edition. And I want to thank Elizabeth because she called me one morning and said, "Hey, I'm at the gym working out. Is there any way we can get together and do a book?" And I said, "Well, Clint's been bugging me to do one." Well, I won't say bugging, but asking me to do one. And so I was like, this sounds perfect. And so together we connected and we're able to put the Mother Earth Effect out. And now we're collaborating on our second book. And I also wanted to mention that in April 19th through the 24th, we're doing another Sacred Soul Retreat, which is about grounding in Oak Island. And anybody can just reach out to me if they're interested in that. And I am so thankful for the both of you and sharing. And my purpose and my mission is to ground as many women. I said 1 million, but I don't know if we're past that. And so, and anybody like what Carrie is doing in her salon, she's helping the mission to keep moving forward because she's grounding women now. And that helps myself and Elizabeth to get out and get these 1 million women grounded, and anybody else. I have Susan, I have Brisa, all of these beautiful women that are out there helping with this mission. And I'm so grateful. And now the both of you.
Well, you know, it kind of came natural for me, and then we push it. Even when I do my art, I mean, shoes are off, and I try to do most of it outside, and it's amazing. It's like the critters and everything recognizes it. You know, it's like I've been painting and working. It was like on one of my nest pieces that I had sold. I was working on it, sculpting, or actually I was doing the finishing touches. And I was outside, was on an easel. I was barefoot, and this little songbird flies over, sits on the easel, and sings me a song. It was just so precious. You know, that doesn't happen to just everybody, but I've got to have those kind of moments, and I enjoy them. And as you know, we push everybody to go outside all the time on here, but now we are going to push them to go barefoot more. I just, it's one of those things you don't always think about promoting, because even though I do it all the time, but having you here and working with you on stuff has got me to where, do this. It's free. Enjoy it. So it has been our honor having you, Olivia.
And
thank you.
I want to say hello to Lisa Rankin. She joined in too. And I mean, all these people, Amy Tuttle, I mean, all these people that are here, I keep looking down because it's so exciting to see the comments and the excitement going. Obviously, Olivia, you're doing something great. We're grateful for you. We're grateful for your information, your wisdom, your amazing things that you're doing in the world. So
I would like to thank Clint Ober one more time, the founder of Earthing. I'm so grateful that he stopped me in my tracks and put these patches on my feet.
Yes.
Because it changed my life. And thank you for sharing the message, because I know if we all work together as women and we elevate each other and we help each other to do better, we will all help to promote wellness. Thank you. And I ask you to go outside, put your bare feet on the earth, and lose your mind and find your soul.
Love it. We'll do that for sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And we just ask that if you like this, make sure you share it. Share it with your friends and family. You might know somebody that needs to join our group and hear this message. So thank you so much for being here today.
And we'll see you next week with another amazing guest. Bye-bye.
Bye.